Hello, hello. For the keen-eared amongst you, you would have noticed there was no pre-chat ambience. And I'm actually stationary at the moment. I've just found a little pocket outside of the wind. Stationary? Do you know why it's called stationary, mate? Yeah, because it's not fucking going anywhere. That was a quote from a friend back in school, and well, yes, he did sound like that dude in With Now and I. Anyway, yeah, it's Throwback Thursday. Hope you're enjoying that. God, when I was a boy, I used to love nostalgia. Oh dear. Throwback Thursday. Yeah, I'm told that's a phrase that's really, really popular, you know, with people that deal with fishing regulations and whatnot. Actually, it's one of my new hobbies. I like to visit shops that sell fish, well, alive ones, and just sort of walk around like it's a free aquarium. Yeah, I was just in there the other day. No, sir, I'm not interested in buying anything, and how dare you harass me? Oh dear. There's one that's just inside the doors when you go into the Wick Gift Centre in Croydon. You guys know the one on the left. No, not from the High Street entrance. The other side. Yeah. You know, like the side where the buses stop. Yeah. That's right. No, like just over the way from sort of, you can see the Lansdowne Hotel and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just in the doors and on the left with the wood panelling. Yeah. Aquazoo. That's the one, yeah. But just go in there and have a mooch. It's bloody lovely, mate. But yeah, newsflash. We've had an email, lads. It's actually, it's actually up and running. Got the first one through. And am I an expert turd fisherman? Because shit's getting real. Yeah, it was from my friend Joey, one of my very old friends. Well, he's not a geriatric. I mean, a friend that I've just had for a long while. I think he wanted to actually keep it anonymous, but it's too late now. I'm going to start walking. Actually, it's a different vibe when you're standing still. Anyway, yeah. So let me load up this email. Oh yeah. Hello. Right, that sounds nothing like him. Hello, big fan and long-time listener. Love that. I'd like to hear your thoughts on the charity industry in general. Oh dear. Well, the thing is I think it's going to be hard to sort of keep it light-hearted, but as he's the first guy, I'll start sort of going on this maybe. Well, for context, it must have been about 10 years ago. I used to be a charity fundraiser. Yeah, back in the day. Meeting up in the mornings, going out to high streets up and down the country with clipboards and getting people to sign up for direct debits. That was my job. And it was good fun. I was pretty good at it. But already, I know what you're thinking. Boo, yeah, fuck off, you fucking charity mugging fucking bastard. But you got to ask yourself, why is that your reaction? Yeah, I used to get that a lot. But why would the charities keep investing in fundraisers if it wasn't a good option? I mean, from somewhere we would get the idea that fundraisers are just these evil little kids But well, that's fine if you think that, actually, but you are wrong. Yeah, it's probably the method that people don't like, isn't it? You know, like being approached. I get that, but things aren't always going to sell themselves, are they? Like, like matey boy in his fish shop. If you don't ask, you don't get. It's a simple thing. So, this is already quite glum, isn't it? But all right, I'm going in. But well, yeah, back when I was doing it, like face-to-face fundraising, it was the second most financially viable way to raise funds for charity. You know, like small investment, high return, easy, second only to when people leave money in their wills, which in the UK statistically is older people, you know, leaving money to animal welfare charities, but you know, that's by the by. Anyway, it's very rare that people just wake up in the morning with a random compulsion to go, you know what, I'm gonna give 20 quid a month to a good cause. But I mean, yeah, it does happen, sure. It does happen, but you know, not as often as would be necessary for a good charity to operate. You know, like, people need that inspiration, and this inspiration sometimes comes from, you know, it could come from one of your pals doing some kind of challenge or event or whatever, you know, like sitting in a bar for beans, whatever, like, you know, which of course is fucking, you know, it's fantastic. And of course, if you can give those one-offs and give them a lot, just, you know, if you've got that disposable, do what you can. But you know, those events, they are one-offs, and you know, you don't get like Philip from accounts pledging to do a big charity bungee jump every month or something. So, you know, it does tend to generate peaks and troughs for the charity's fundraising, like makes it quite unpredictable. And yeah, the goal of the street fundraiser, that was me back in the day, is to, you know, to get people to give on a regular basis, which is harder. So with monthly donations, charities can forecast, you know, they know what's coming in and they can make plans, you know, because they've got that regular support. And yeah, there are so many charities out there as well that people don't, you know, they don't get much promotion. So street fundraisers, just by sort of being out there, they're like little walking adverts, aren't they? You know, bringing awareness and whatever. It's cheaper than going on TV, well, I guess. But yeah, if you're talking to a good fundraiser, that's what you're getting. You're getting that inspiration. You're getting that education, more awareness. You know, their wage is fucking cheap as well. So that's just why it's so effective. So, well, ethically now, I can sense it. I can sense it from this sermon. I can sense you're just like, yeah, well, you know, it's a waste of money, isn't it? That fundraiser's paid, so aren't I just spunking my money, you know, paying their wage rather than actually going to the good cause? Or, you know, it could be even like, is my money gonna buy a Bentley for some fat cat higher up the ladder? You know, well, it's like that scene in Afterlife where Gervais, he sort of digs out that fundraising guy, doesn't he? But well, yeah, I used to have similar concerns back in the day, but you know, let's just boil it down to what it really is. Like a charity's like a business, isn't it? So instead of their main goal, sort of output being let's make profit, their main goal, you know, whatever the output is let's do good shit. Like that's essentially what a charity is. So whether that's disaster relief, medical research, animal welfare, whatever. So I mean, yeah, let's take that business example. So think of a business. When you buy your twiglets at the shop, it's no surprise that the whole of the 50p you've just given doesn't go just straight into twiglet profit. No, it goes into the business, doesn't it? Like you've given that money, well, obviously to buy your twiglets, but the business then use that money, and some is profit, but some will be to cover costs, and then some will be sort of reinvested back into whatever that business has planned. So perhaps it's it'll probably go to the flavour developers, like, how about we try out a lovely tomatoey flavour next season? Yeah, lovely idea, yeah. They're using that money, could be whatever. But yeah, it's generally making the business better. The business wants to get the best people on board. They don't just want to stay afloat, they want to grow, they want to attract the best minds, etc, etc. I mean, a cut of that 50p is profit, but a good chunk will go towards other stuff, like making infrastructure, so that when the next 50p comes in, they get more profit out of that. Just sort of, that's how it works. But you can't just put in 50p into the profit pile, or your business is going to be fucking bran bread, mate. So yeah, charity wise, why is it so ethically wrong for a charity to invest in itself or develop? I mean, say it receives 50p, as a donation. Some obviously will go, it goes straight on to fund those causes, whatever. But a chunk's going to sort of go to invest in the charity so they can grow, make the infrastructure better, attract the best minds, raise awareness, pay their employees. But doing so, it's sort of, it's investing in itself, and so it can develop. So yeah, like a business self-developing, making more profit, charities, they self-develop and they can make more good shit happen for your buck, kind of thing. So yeah, that's what your donation does. And obviously people can't work full-time for free, and without reinvestment into itself, the charity will just die like a business would. So, well, what's that you say? Yeah, get people to volunteer. Yeah, 40 hours a week for free. Yeah, it's not really going to happen, is it? I mean, for a charity to effectively run, you need people working there, and it can't all be done by volunteers, sort of full-time volunteers that just don't exist. Well, the ones that do, they're probably not going to do the job well, are they? But I think I'm getting sidetracked. I mean, and again, yes, you do get some bad uns in charities, and you do get some dickhead fundraisers, and of course you do. I mean, it happens everywhere, doesn't it? Every walk of life. But the bad fundraisers are probably ones that have put you off in the first place, aren't they? So that's where your anger would probably be justified. But yeah, hear this from me. It's not worth the energy, really. I mean, the shit ones soon get found out, and they're never employed long enough to be a big waste. And if they're not benefiting the charity, they get rid of them pretty quickly. Charity's got to come first, got to make the most money or whatever. But yeah, on a higher scale, when people skim off the top, like those fucking embezzlers or whatever, they go to jail. I mean, it's not charity policy for people to embezzle. They're committing a crime. But anyway, I'm not the best person to explain this, and probably just made it worse, haven't I? But all in all, give it a charity, Joe. Yeah, it's a very special and important thing. And what do I think of the charity industry? Well, third sector. Don't really like is it an industry? Guess it is. But it's a very special and important thing. And the vast majority of fundraisers, like the vast majority, they're fucking amazing. And but we all know this, so stop giving the third sector workers a hard time, you bloody melts out in the street. Just, they're good kids, man, and yeah, don't be an arsehole to them, is that's simply put. And if they're being an arsehole to you, report them to the regulations. The regulators. So that's important. So I better stop going on about this. And oh god, that was only his first sentence as well. A lovely email, Joe, but I think I'm going to leave it there, mate. Yeah, one little comment, and I've kind of gone off on one and probably embarrassed myself here, but right, audio mashed potato. What's happened to the Tidbits Pod, guys? Didn't we start this out sort of doing trigger warnings about trigger from Only Fools and Horses? Yeah, a week later I'm like, here's my next feature, guys. It's called Clumsily Trudging Through Contentious Topics. Yay! Religion. Cheer up, lads. Yeah. Ooh, politics in the Middle East. Abortion. Capitalism. Is it a good economic system? Next time on Tidbit. Bloody hell. You know, yeah, with the big topics, yeah. I mean, remember, guys, yeah, you can own the earth and still, well, all you own is earth. Until you can paint with all the colours of the wind. Yeah? Yeah? Just think about that, yeah? So, goodness gracious. Anyway, thank you for putting up with this one, and sorry about the wind. The sound's probably not very great in this, but send me your thoughts to tidbitspod@protonmail.com. That's the email. Maybe we can get email number 2 under our belts. Yeah, just send me some happy stuff, really. I think that would be nice. But yeah, you are an absolute bloody gem, and I'll catch you next time for what I promise would be a lot more light-hearted.